Wow.
Hello.
Wow.
How goes it?
Wow.
Ah.
Clover.
Bork.
No bork.
Shabork.
No bork, please. No, no.
I have no idea how long the rest of this case is.
It's fine. You know, we're getting through it.
So, like, okay, here's the thing, though, is if we finish up the first case, I'm probably not going to start the second case just because I have a lot of stuff to do with the rest of the night. Because I'm leaving for LA tomorrow, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know how long the rest of the case is.
There's usually like interludes, right? So
Yeah.
we'll see how long that is to get to the first one, and then if we have more time, then we can get to the one after that. But yeah.
Right. I like. We're going to try to finish this case today, as long as it doesn't throw like more curveballs at us.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see what that's about. Because like it feels like one of those streams where we're just like, all right, we're gonna go till we finish, and then it's like 5 minutes later we're like, oh. Oh.
I don't think it should be that much longer, right? Hopefully.
I don't know. Well, so that's the thing, right? Is I don't think it's that much longer, and it shouldn't be. Probably. I'm trying to qualify this. I don't know. Wow. Welcome back to the Women Respecting Club. Enjoy your ad-free things.
It will shine.
There were still several things that needed resolving in this current case. That is true. It did not seem so straightforward.
Yeah. We got the introduction of the lady friend. And
I think I get the impression we're in for at least an hour.
well, yeah, of course. That's
I mean,
usually about how long it takes to get to another interlude, like an hour to an hour and a half.
But like also like I don't know, this first case was just really long.
Yeah.
We were in this business for like 4 hours. Almost exactly. Okay, well, why don't we just like get right into it?
Yeah, why not?
Trial part 3. It's all you know what? It's also really long just for like just a trial.
Yeah, there's no investigation, just the trial.
22nd November, 1:14 p.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Courtroom 2.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
Well, I understand you are the judicial assistant to the defense, but why this sudden ingress into my courtroom?
A judicial assistant and a woman, no less. Whoa, prosecutor ouchie. Not a woman respecter, I see.
He is not a part of the club.
That's a one-way ticket to Kiryu Piledriver Town. The rules state that females are not permitted into this court of law other than to testify.
Did I voice her?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I fully understand. I ask only for 5 minutes of time. I have some vital evidence that I must hand over to the defense.
You're too late, little girl. This trial has already been concluded.
He'll be the judge of that.
I'm the judge.
5 minutes. I will not allow a moment more.
But, Your Excellency.
I am most grateful.
Hey, girl.
Who exactly are you?
I'm sorry. There's no time. Please, simply accept this for now.
What is it? A report about something. Written in English.
Giselle Brett's research.
The Englishwoman's?
After the trial resumed earlier, I hurried back to the university. I went to Dr. Wilson's laboratory in the medical faculty and borrowed this paper.
Borrowed.
Oh, yes, that's right. Miss Brett was studying under the professor, wasn't she?
So, does this research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case?
I'm afraid I don't know. I haven't been able to listen to the proceedings of the trial myself.
Hydrate.
We hydrate.
Oh, I have to pull up the... Man, this music's bopping. Alright. Oh. No, of course not.
Special characteristics of Curare? Curare? And its effects on human subjects. Interesting.
Also, something is going on with your microphone. You sound a little wonky.
I sound wonky.
Yeah, it's like you're like oscillating.
90. Plug in and Hello.
Hello.
Renu fan voice, but only a little. Ah.
It sounded like you were like getting close to the microphone and then away, and like some of the sound was like cutting off. It was weird.
Oh, okay. Well.
I guess like just try reading that again to see if the issue has been resolved.
Okay. Special characteristics of Curare and its effects on human subjects. Interesting.
Oh, so what you were hearing there, Sean, was me coming through Renu's like speakers.
Oh, sorry. I mean,
That's why it was like stuff coming from my end, but it was like looping. Anyway, cure rare. What's that? I've never heard that word before. Time's up. The prosecution demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom.
female trespasser.
Looks like the old pain bloodline has always been a bloodline of small men.
It is curare.
Curare? Okay.
Yeah.
There was too little time for me to read it in detail.
Oh, it's happening again.
What? Really?
Yeah, it sounds like a I don't know. It sounds like a like some kind of program is like compensating in like a weird way.
I don't know.
You have,
I didn't change anything.
You don't have Discord's noise suppression on, do you?
Let's see. No. Me neither. I mean, we just recorded yesterday, and I haven't changed anything.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Like, I can't tell if it's a problem with the. It sounds like a software issue. Like, it doesn't sound like,
Okay.
I'm not sure what.
Maybe I should restart.
Yeah, maybe. I'll put up the break screen. Put on a little restart.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Leave the chugs alone. I don't know what's happening. Where is Randy?
Hello.
Hello.
How we sound?
You sound, I think, fine now.
Okay. I mean, I had like I guess a Windows update that was pending, so maybe that did something. I don't know.
Wait. Okay, no. I was like, I feel like something like this happened recently. No, it was a Windows update was killing someone's internet speeds, which was weird. Anyway.
Oh.
Well, I think you sound fine now, so I think we can continue.
Okay.
I don't remember this. Eh?
I just read it.
Oh.
If you think it could be valuable, please cast your eye over it.
This is wonderful, thank you. Giselle's report has been entered in the court record.
Goodbye then, and good luck.
Sorry, this is not a woman-respecting country.
Feels bad.
Feels bad.
You have had long enough, Council. We cannot detain our English guest any longer.
Any longer? Okay. Let's see, where is this? A poison made from the bark of certain trees in the jungles of South America. The hunters of the region have used it since ancient times to incapacitate their prey. Effects: instant paralysis of the entire body and subsequent death, even in minute doses. Route of entry: the above-mentioned effects occur when the poison enters the body through a wound, such as that inflicted by a blowpipe dart.
Whoa.
Alright. Due to its ability to render the human body paralytic, it's believed that the toxin could have application as an anesthetic. However, a solution for the respiratory arrest caused as a result of the full-body paralysis must be found first, or patients would die of suffocation.
Whoa.
Suffocation, no breathing.
Uh-huh. I ask the prosecution and the defense now, one last time. Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? I presume not, but...
The prosecution has made its case convincingly enough already. Nothing more to add, Your Excellency.
Ryunosuke, we're out of options here. This really is our very last chance.
Yes, I know. Your Excellency, the defense does have new evidence.
That look. The unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior. What?
He's like, samurai no
Yeah,
kuni.
exactly. Well, Miss Brett.
Yes, Your Excellency.
If you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could grace us with your presence a little longer.
It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid it's not so very long until tea time. I'll have to pretend. What was
Forgive
the
me,
history
Miss
button?
Brett. Oh, yeah. Tea.
Oh, tea. It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid it's not so very long until tea time. I'll have to politely decline.
Forgive me, Miss Brett. It seems I wasn't clear. I realize it was phrased as a question. However, I must ask you to treat that as an order. Get it?
Wow.
You won't say no to him?
I've said it many times before, but the Japanese language makes no sense.
Wow. And she just slides right into the racism.
Right in there.
My apologies, dear lady. So, Counsel, what is this new evidence that demands the court's attention?
Yes!
Yes.
By the way, I looked it up, and the yes is in Japanese. It is him literally just saying hi, which literally does mean yes, but also means a lot of other things contextually.
Yeah.
So like, it makes sense why they would translate it that way, but also like it feels so awkward in English. He's like, yes.
It feels a bit awkward, yeah.
Miss Giselle Brett, we understand you were studying under Dr. Wilson at Yume University, doing research. Research, by sheer coincidence, perhaps, into a deadly poison. What?
Poison? Where are you going with this, Counsel? A toxin known as curare, Your Excellency. Even the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to instant death.
What would they use? Like, I acknowledge this and request permission to receive. It's just like an enthusiastic outburst. So it's just like, hey.
He just interrupts everything with hey.
Hey. Excuse me.
Yeah. Oh, it could be excuse me. Excuse me.
What complete and utter nonsense! Curare, you say? I've never even heard of it.
You wouldn't have done.
What do you mean?
I mean that you wouldn't have heard of curare before for one very simple reason. It doesn't exist in our country.
It doesn't exist? Correct, which means no matter what tests the police can do for toxins, they'd never identify curare.
Ooh.
Why? Because there is no test available here that can identify the presence of this highly deadly poison. What?
Order, order, order. Counsel, does this mean this deadly poison truly exists? According to this report authored by the visiting research student from England, curare has long been used by the tribespeople of South America as a poison to lace their arrows. It seems that it's reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists.
See, I understand that it's there's no test available to identify this poison in this country, but I feel like you shouldn't kill somebody using a poison that only you could possibly have had access to.
True.
To lace their arrows.
The report states that it is produced from the extract of a tree that grows deep in the Amazonian jungle. And it was first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers. It claims that animals shot by arrows laced with curare suffer instant death. Doesn't that about sum it up, Miss Brett?
Objection! Trumpery! These aspersions are utter trumpery! To start with, if the victim had been administered some of this so-called deadly poison, he would have been squirming and writhing in pain, and the other diners would have surely noticed. As a rule, try not to write research papers about the exotic foreign poison you plan to use to murder your aggressor. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like what Dahlia Hawthorne was like cut over, right? Like she was a research student, etc.
Yeah. That's true. What do you say to that, Inspector?
Obviously, I would have noticed a disturbance like that. I don't remember anything like that either. I didn't notice the professor being in any kind of pain.
According to this, however, it's the other way around.
What do you mean, the other way around? Hi, Paul!
It's a Poru!
Poru.
Poru. The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that curare was used. This is indeed my name, with a ru. Explain yourself, Counsel. The moment this toxin enters a person's system, it causes instant paralysis. In other words, afflicted victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move.
So hang on. Are there audio details? Oh my god, you can't change the... The music is so loud in this game.
It is very loud. Even if they were in total agony, there would be no visible signs of pain at all.
That's horrific. Thank you. That's horrific. Hold on. Let me open my volume mixer. How terrible.
Obviously, if a man lost all strength in his muscles, he'd collapse on the floor. But with a chair under him for support, as Dr. Wilson did, the effects could go largely unnoticed.
But I don't follow, Kazuma. It's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death.
The full explanation is extremely unpleasant.
It always is.
The poison causes immediate paralysis, as I said, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, the paralysis is so severe, it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail.
Respiration?
In other words, the actual cause of death is suffocation. Suck. And all the while, the victim is conscious and aware, just unable to move.
That's hideous.
To the observer, it would look almost like the victim was slipping peacefully into an endless sleep. But for the victim himself, his final moments would be a living hell. That is the true nature of this deadly curare poison. And you're suggesting that this bottle, Counsel, actually contains this terrifying poison?
Objection!
This is all very convenient, isn't it? A hitherto unknown poison for which there is no means of testing? What a happy tale for the defense. If I may. All these facts, you think you're so clever, but you must be taught some.
Oh!
It is you who must be taught. Of course! Dear lady! So, this is how you Japanese behave, is it?
Oh, man.
What? You steal another's honest work and then announce the results as if you discovered them. I'm appalled. What a loathsome act. Lady, we're in court.
Lady. Well, Miss Brett, the feeling is mutual.
Whatever do you mean?
capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a heinous crime? That really is a loathsome act. Wouldn't you agree?
Objection!
Enough of this. I, for one, refuse to accept it. The idea of some poison that doesn't even exist in the great empire of Japan is breaking the rules.
Yes, the rules.
What's so funny? Oh, excuse me. Excuse me! Your
Excuse
Excellency.
me. Yes, Miss Brett. What was that just now?
May I borrow that bottle for a moment, please?
Well, yes. I don't see, why not? My man's still being the waiter.
Yup. Don't get too big for your boots, you insignificant little island boys.
Oh my
Shut up, you come from a little
God,
insignificant
dude.
island too!
Oh my god, dude. Sorry.
To an English woman such as myself, this whole affair is a farcical comedy. Your little police games and these foolish courtroom antics. It's laughable, really. What? But I'm getting bored of it all now. It's time for the games to end. Cheers! Cheers!
Cheers.
Wait, what are you doing? Flexing. No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for this shabby affair.
Ooh. Mhm.
Goodness. Whatever is the matter? You all look quite stunned.
So, no curare. The bottle was clean. Is that what you're saying?
You look quite incredulous, little boy. But of course, that's the simple truth. Oh, she's turning her nose up at us.
She got that Ohime look. Thank you.
Thank you for presenting the findings of my research so concisely here in this grand venue. Most kind. Thank you, waiter. Now then, Your Excellency.
Yes, Miss Brett.
I should like to be excused now, please. I think I've given more than enough of my time for the furtherance of friendship between our countries.
Yes, dear lady. We are most gratified with all the assistance you have given. This doesn't make any sense. There had to have been poison in the bottle. Well, how? How did she? How did she swallow a whole glass and live to tell the tale? I don't understand it.
Well, I suppose if nothing else, this little Far Eastern charade will make for interesting conversation at the next party I attend in London. Oh, there has to have been poison in that bottle, doesn't there? There can't have been, because otherwise she would have keeled over dead. Come on, Ryunosuke. We have all the clues now. That bottle of water. Obviously, there's no poison in it.
Mm-hmm.
As I thought, there is no poison in that bottle.
Ha! What? Why, Ryunosuke?
Isn't it obvious? If there was poison in there, she'd be dead by now.
Sometimes your unadulterated naivete really astounds me. But sometimes it's in need of a good staining, until it's as dark as your uniform in the ways of the world.
Oh, is that what this color is supposed to represent?
That was a guileless ending to a promising line of inquiry, Counsel, for which you will be penalized.
What?
Wait, what? What happened?
We got it
What
wrong?
happened?
Oh, this whole trial is poison.
What?
I guess it contains poison.
This isn't going where I thought it was gonna go.
Me neither. The culprit did put curare poison into Dr. Wilson's carbonated water. The defense refuses to change its position.
You're serious?
Well, I just argued the opposite and you all told me I was stupid, so... Fool, are you blind? There is no possible way that bottle could contain poison. I mean, we just saw. Miss Brett drinking the water from it? That's right. Which rather complicates your argument, I think. And I believe that complication can be explained. How exactly? I need to think through all the things that don't quite add up here, one by one. I'm sure the answer is in the evidence we have in the court record somewhere. It has to be.
Very well. If the defense truly intends to assert this claim.
Oh gosh. Like, did it say anything about it, like, reducing or something? No.
Well,
I think it, like, well, what I thought was that it was, like, in the like, glass, right? Like
that's
this?
what I thought too. Yeah. So maybe we'll be able to present that somehow.
Okay. Well, it's just like, I mean...
Yeah. But yeah, it should have allowed us to say there's no poison in the
Yeah.
bottle, so that we could say it was poison in the glass.
Yeah.
Then I must ask you to support the assertion with evidence. What explains how the witness was able to consume this supposedly poisoned water unscathed?
Well, I guess we'll just kind of look at everything. Like, I think... maybe we'll examine the bottle again.
Sure.
Just in case. Oh, my hands were like one off. I was like, why can't I do anything? No, I don't think it's the bottle. Crime scene? Oh!
Yeah. Huh?
Okay, it's either this or this, right?
That's what I was thinking is the glass in the handbag, but
Yeah. Okay, well let's try this then.
sure.
Yes! Please don't kill us too hard.
It seems the defense, or should I say, the wretched accused, I think we got it wrong, is the only real source of complication in this case. You'll have to think harder than that, defendant.
Yeah, sorry, Your Excellency. I'll try to find some better supporting evidence.
You're making this complication more complicated than it needs to be.
Alright, I'll do my best to find an answer that fits the facts. Oh wait, I think I get it. Okay.
If the defense, sorry, the wretched, blah 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 blah.
Okay, then it must be this one, I would think. Oh god, I hope this is correct.
Okay.
Yes!
No. My other thought was that it has something to do with the victim being having had that dental the medical records.
These?
Yeah. Like maybe it somehow interfered with, I don't know, or interacted with the poison or something, and that's why he was affected by it, but she wasn't. They used laughing gas.
We could just try to,
Can you examine the book
the book?
that we got?
So it just brings this
Oh,
up.
okay. The other toxin could have wait. Through a wound.
Maybe, actually.
Yeah, maybe it's the gunshot.
Oh, wait. Yes!
There you go.
The answer to this riddle is right here in Miss Brett's own research report.
Objection!
That's not a valid explanation. No? After all, we don't speak English.
Oh my God.
That report is utter gibberish.
Oh my God.
This impudent young scoundrel is trying to ridicule the court, Your Excellency. I'm not trying to ridicule anyone, honest. I'm just reading Susato-san's notes.
I concur. This report is too extensive to be considered in its entirety by the court.
Too much English.
You will direct us to the pertinent section, Counsel. Which section of the report reveals the alleged answer to this riddle?
Special characteristics, I think. Let's just triple check. Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, okay. It's a poison. So it doesn't... Wait, no, it's a venom? I don't know. We've been hearing a lot about this curare poison. And it's left me curious about something.
Oh, Counsel.
Well, it sounds as though indigenous hunters have been using this poison for years and years to lace the heads of the arrows that they shoot at whatever prey they're hunting.
So we've been led to believe, yes.
And the point of hunting is to catch prey to eat. Get to the point, please. But if they were to use these laced arrows, doesn't that mean there would be traces of poison left in the prey the hunters were going to eat?
Yes, good point.
So surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat their prey, would they? Because then they'd be eating poison.
A good gracious, Counsel. No, that would be madness.
But I actually found the answer to that conundrum in this research paper here. Under special characteristics, it says this. The poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound.
Through a wound, you say? I see. That makes sense.
Yes, the mention of that particular detail seemed a little strange to me, though. But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. When curare enters the body through an open wound, it has terrifying poisonous effects. However, when it enters the body via the mouth, it has no poisonous effects whatsoever. What? Miss Brett, you authored this research. You knew curare's special characteristics. And you knew that you could make a spectacle of drinking that water without any danger to yourself. You meddling little... Oh, rapscallion!
Bro, it's alive!
What the fuck?
Well, Ryunosuke, it turns out...
It turns out that bird is alive.
You're an even better lawyer than I thought you'd be.
Really? Me? Lawyer?
Objection!
All this poison talk is fascinating, I'm sure. But I fail to see how it possibly... So, the ill-bred little puppy has a new toy to play with. Some facts he read in a book. But I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It only makes you look silly. Holy shit, she's What are you trying to say? She looks like you know when like an animal puffs itself up to be scarier? It's terrifying. Your schoolboyish logic has a fatal flaw. Schoolboyish? I mean, they are wearing school uniforms.
Flaw.
As even your brain has managed to deduce, curare is safe to ingest. It seems likely that its effects are neutralized by the acidic nature of the gastric succus. Oh, yes. Well, of course. Gastric suckers? What are they?
Oh, jeez.
So, if this lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk, the professor wouldn't have died when he swallowed it, would he? Well, you see, I had just gotten a tooth removed.
Ah!
That's right.
Good gracious.
That's basic science. Science that even a schoolboy should be able to understand, no? She makes a good point.
Order. Order in court, order. The logic holds. If the lady and the professor drank the same poison, they would be affected in the same way. Are you trying to suggest?
Yes, this curare poison is completely irrelevant to the case on trial. That's right. Surely even a little cockroach like you could understand something as simple as that. She's so menacing.
Oh my god.
What is this? Welling up inside me. I've never felt like this before. This sort of conviction to break down all the discrepancies. It's so intense. Almost rage-like. More than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down my prey.
Ooh!
Oh, he pointed!
Ooh!
Oh, he gave us an objection! I don't think so, Miss Giselle Brett.
Man, you came in at a great time.
Dare you use that tone with me?
Look at it!
You know very well that there's no fatal flaw here. You know exactly why, even though both you and the victim swallowed the same poison. You are alive, but Dr. Wilson is dead.
Counsel, I'm sure I don't need to remind you. You must provide compelling evidence. As we now know that this poison is completely harmless when ingested.
Oh, you hear those little extra bells and whistles?
Yeah, I like
in
that.
the theme now?
Yeah.
Delicious.
Why would Dr. Wilson alone have been killed by the curare?
Take that!
Ooh!
Ooh. As Miss Brett so readily pointed out, she drank the same water as the professor. However, there was a fundamental and fatal difference between the two diners.
A fatal difference.
The toxic effects of curare are only felt when the poison enters the body through an open wound. So, for a healthy person with no injuries, drinking it is completely harmless. But you saw Ryunosuke Pokemon evolve into Phoenix? Yeah. What if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the poisoned water?
Inside?
Yes, like the wound you might have if you had just been to the dentist and had a tooth extracted, for example.
Oh!
Miss Brett, you've acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you were well aware of Dr. Wilson's dental appointment that day.
So that's it. You used that knowledge to orchestrate this.
Is she laughing? I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I can't resist. These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are all so pure.
Ooh.
What do you mean? Don't worry, little schoolboy. You'll find out soon enough.
Oh!
What? Ooh.
Oh! Oh!
You see, when you leave vital evidence lying around, you never know what might happen to it. No! I mean, it could just slip.
Whip
Bro,
it back.
Hosonaga, you just gonna watch?
But
Oh,
you can
dear.
still, like, you know, it's still on the glass on the inside, right? Just because you broke the bottle.
I don't... Oh dear, how careless of me. I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed. No! What is it? What just happened? It's the Englishwoman. She just smashed that bottle. And in the Supreme Court. What a terrible blunder.
Officer, what are you waiting for? Collect up as much of the water from that broken bottle as possible. At once.
Oh, I guess it's in the water. You're wasting your time. Committing blatant evidence tampering in a courtroom is grounds to be roundhouse kicked by a bailiff, right? This is how you get samurai sorted. This delightful carpet under my feet here was a gift from the British Empire. I assure you it will soak up the water beautifully. You have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it. Oh! How could you? You won't get away with this. You can thump the bench and shout as much as you like, little boy, but I'm afraid we'll never know now, will we? If there really was poison in the bottle or not.
You.
And let us not forget, we still have some very compelling evidence left intact. Isn't that right, counsel for the prosecution? Oh, of course. You're referring to this photographic print, I presume, dear lady? That's right, and really, looking at this photograph, it's as clear as day, isn't it? The poor professor was sitting with his back to me. So of course the only person who could have shot him in the front is the little schoolboy.
Objection!
No. You killed the victim that day, using curare. And then, in order to frame Ryunosuke Naruhodo for the crime, you waited until he picked up the pistol you'd arranged for him to find on the floor, before you shot the professor's dead body in the chest with your own hidden gun. Then, in the confusion that followed, all you had to do was turn the dead professor and his chair around. You see, you had every opportunity to commit this crime.
What a wonderful imagination you have, young man. Hidden gun, you say? And I shot the professor's dead body, did I? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence.
Exactly. And as you have nothing to support your wild claims, the prosecution's stance remains unchanged. The victim, Dr. John H. Wilson, was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Delivered in cold blood by the accused Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Ugh.
This is unbelievable. How can this be happening? We had her, but now... Is she really going to get away with it? The way she destroyed that evidence was obscene.
Yeah, y'all gonna overlook that? I know! Ryunosuke.
She literally held out that bottle and was like, I have diplomatic immunity, bitches. Yes?
We've come this far, but now you're the only one who can finish it.
What? What do you mean?
We've lost a vital piece of evidence, it's true. So, if there are any clues left for us to use now, they must be in your head.
In my head?
In your head. You told me before that your powers of observation were the one thing you could really depend on.
Well, yes, that's true, but I didn't manage to notice that this woman was a foreigner with a swan on her head. Jesus Christ, I didn't even notice that swan was real.
No one did.
No, oh my god.
So think back again now. Try to remember every last detail about the scene that day. Everything you saw, everything you felt, every color, every smell.
I saw, I felt. Every color. Hello? Is Kazuma right? Somewhere in the vibrant memory of this same scene in my head. Yeah, see, hear, think, feel. Could there be another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Wilson's killer? Of course there's a clue. Actually, Kazuma, I think I might have something. Looking back over everything I saw, I think I might have uncovered another clue.
Haha. You always have something up your sleeve, don't you, Ryunosuke? Bam! Come on then. Let's wipe the smug smile off that Englishwoman's face with some evidence. Bam!
Alright, I can't wait.
Yosh!
It's been niggling me for a while that something feels amiss in my memories of that day. Whatever it is could be the key to arriving at the truth about all of this. It's here somewhere. A clue that shows who Dr. Wilson's real killer must have been.
Yes. Yes.
Like, what could it be?
Take that!
Inspector Hosonaga, answer me this. Yes?
Get it together.
What is it? Ugh,
The
he's still
fork!
miles away. Probably thinking about that bottle being smashed. I mean, us too, bud.
Yeah.
As you've said a number of times now, you strive for perfection in your investigations, don't you? Absolutely. I wonder, therefore, if perhaps you took anything else from the scene of the crime. Like, for instance, the plate of steak that you took to the victim's table that day?
Objection!
Wait a minute. Where are you going with... Where are you going with this, little boy? It's just a memory that's been troubling me. What memory? I saw the scene shown in this photographic print with my own eyes that day. And I saw that on the wooden base of the plate that the steak was served on was a spattering of blood. What? Oh, really? And what of it? Obviously, that must have happened when you shot the professor. No, that can't be the case. Take a good look at the photograph and the relative position of everything here. The plate of steak is almost directly behind the victim. If I'm supposed to have shot Dr. Wilson in the chest from the front, there's no way that blood from the victim could have ended up directly behind him. Ah!
Yes. For blood to have made it onto the plate, it implies the plate was between the victim and the shooter. Which means the shooter must have been sitting opposite the professor, as you were. Giselle, Brett.
beg your pardon?
Objection!
This is beyond ridiculous. Fabricated nonsense. Is the court seriously expected to believe something the accused has apparently just remembered?
Hold it!
Hold it.
He's holding it. Oh!
This could be the moment that my entire career in the police force has been leading to. Inspector, you mean... Yes, I took the plate in the interests of preserving evidence from the scene of the crime.
My man.
I took it, meat and all, and I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief because of it.
You did what?
We love him.
Yeah, my guy. He is not okay, but he's a fucking hero is what he is. I took the steak that you had been eating, Miss Brett. I took the steak that the sergeant had been eating. And I did it all in the name of justice.
This expression is just so perfect.
He seems like such a serious, like, no-nonsense character, and then he does
Yes.
this shit.
Yes, we love it. He's secretly a little nerd.
And we can find out for sure whether or not there's a bloodstain on Miss Brett's plate. We must examine it now. It has yet been unspecified why he's bleeding. We think he might be having tuberculosis.
Yeah. Inspector. The court wishes to examine the plate from the victim's table immediately.
I think I have an idea for who the Inspector Gumshoe sort of character might be in this game. Yes, sir. Sorry for the delay. Here is what you ordered. The steak. Well, what about the blood? Is there blood on it?
Of course there isn't.
Quickly, Inspector. The blood, man. Show the court. Don't let that woman throw it on the floor.
Right? Of course. Examine the plate at your leisure. No blood. No blood anywhere. But no, that's impossible! I know I saw it. I'm sure of it.
This case keeps going, dog.
It was right there on the table behind the professor. There was blood on the side of the plate. Really, Crimson A was this.
What an unbecoming expression, little boy.
Oh!
You see,
please.
this is why I always say you can't trust what the Japanese tell you.
Oh,
lady.
God! The racism!
Oh, you didn't have to bring my nationality into it, lady. This guy couldn't agree more. In the case of this disgrace to the Empire.
Guys, can we stop talking about the Empire, please?
Yes, her hat made a honk. Yes.
It is a lot. Renu is on that hat.
It is me. I believe we may finally have reached a conclusion in this trial.
Let's hope so. This let's pretend attempt at courtroom proceedings is painful to watch here. But I do promise to do my best to forget all about it when it's over.
This sorry-looking steak reveals the facts all too clearly. If the sorry-looking accused wishes to examine it again, be my guest.
The plate of steak has been entered in the courtroom. Was the plate I saw? I thought I saw just a figment of my imagination. This is it now. I've lost.
Ryunosuke. It's not over yet. Not until the final gavel.
You can't cry yet.
Never stop believing in yourself. Keep looking forward, no matter what.
Ugh, believe in myself? Really? Huh. Maybe I should at least examine the evidence for myself.
As the evidence requested by the defense has not been shown to be problematic in any way.
Zaguardo!
Huh?
What?
Excuse me?
Huh? Oh, it's the coin! What the? What in the world is this?
I think it's a Koban coin. And the hallmark is from the Hoei era, I believe.
I heard the living room.
Why?
I heard the living room figure out what the answer to this is. By the way.
Oh, okay.
No.
I mean-
I don't mean what is it. I mean,
Okay, I
what's
think I
it
know what I'm
doing there. Wait, did you say it was a Hoei Koban?
Yes, and apart from the meat juices, it looks to be in good condition. I imagine it's very valuable.
Steve wasn't who eats a steak like that. Listen, you just pick
Yeah,
it
I
up
know,
and
right?
you give it a chompy chomp. This isn't the first time today that there's been talk of a Hoei Koban.
I've heard of pearls before swine, but I've never heard of bullion in bouillon.
That's the funniest
That's
fucking joke I've
A really
ever
good
seen
joke.
in my life. I don't know what the translation, like, I don't know what the original text for that was, but this translation is god tier.
That is very good. I like that a lot.
And I don't think you ever will again. This is extraordinary, though. This means, we know exactly what this means.
Yes. I certainly never expected to find a precious coin underneath this thick cut of meat. And it's from the Hoei era too. That would make it really quite valuable.
Yeah, see, that's the thing about the original Japanese. The original Japanese is just as pun-filled. Actually, Japanese is a language specifically well-suited to puns. Puns are like one of the main forms of humor in Japan. It's well marinated in the juices as well. Look.
What, are you thinking of eating it?
No, but the next time I order a steak at an expensive restaurant, one thing's for sure. My heart's gonna be racing as I lift up the meat and peer underneath for a prize.
Like a little happy prize. I think you might have the wrong end of the stick about this, Ryunosuke.
Shut up, Kazuma. I want to play the steak gotcha. Koban coin underneath this steak. There's only one logical explanation. Oh, baby.
How the heck you gonna grab the wrong freaking... I presume any further examination of evidence in this trial will be unnecessary. Does the defense have any objection?
That bloodstain is going to clinch the trial for me. Can this plate of steak reveal any other clues at all?
Man really took 2 giant bites out of that
Yeah.
steak.
This is the old man's. I think this is the old man's steak, or maybe it's I think it's the
No.
sergeant's steak.
I think it's the sergeant's steak.
Jesus, Your
Because the
Excellency,
old man's
please.
looking for the coin.
Oh, you're right. He must have stolen it.
Yeah, he stole it.
Please wait. This plate of beef is hiding another clue. Another clue that will reveal the shocking truth. I like how everybody in the courtroom was just watching as he like lifted the steak and was like, "Oh my god!"
Objection!
The only thing that's shocking here is your unhealthy fascination with beefsteak.
Your Excellency, I think I've made myself clear, haven't I? I will not be able to turn a blind eye to any more unnecessary procrastination in this trial.
I'm sorry, Miss Brett, but we must ensure a thorough examination of the evidence.
There's a whole honkin' gold coin under this steak.
I will not give a ruling until I'm completely satisfied that all reasonable doubt has been dispelled.
I see. As a newly affirmed ally of my country, that's still your position, is it? Thank you, Your Excellency.
Counsel for the defense. You will now clearly show the court to what you are alluding. Where precisely on this plate of beefsteak is this new clue to be found? I mean...
Got it!
Got it.
I like how he's got a little British accent.
Eh? Oh, I don't think you maybe the middle of the steak. Oh god, you better save.
The answer's right in front of me.
Oh wow, they even hinted for you. Eh?
Like here, right?
Yeah.
Got it!
No, we're gonna die!
Ugh.
Why?
Ooh.
There was no flip over the steak button, right?
I don't think so.
We got a raid.
Wow. Thanks, Combo.
We got a raid right as we died.
Yeah, we super died there. Maybe we just show the bottom of the plate. I bet that's
yeah,
it.
maybe it's the bottom of the plate. That's kind of weird.
Ooh. Retry from this scene. Oh, thank God.
Yeah. Thank you for the raid. That's so nice. Cotton raid, cotton raid, cotton raid, cotton raid.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, we got all our HP back. That's nice.
That's me.
Perfect timing to see the death. The death
Maybe-
PM. I don't. If you turn the plate upside down, does the steak start to hang?
Maybe it's just the plate.
Maybe.
This?
Got
Huh?
it!
No. Why would it be that?
I don't know. It just gave me the prompt.
Oh well, do the bottom of the plate.
The bottom? Well, it doesn't give me a prompt there.
Oh, really?
Like, so you see this?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You don't get one on the bottom of the plate.
I saw!
What do we do? No.
Maybe we just do this,
Oh, maybe.
right?
Fine.
The British got it. What?
How are we gonna die?
This was what are you talking about?
Oh, can you click and hold or something?
Can I click and hold different input type?
Different input type.
Can I click and hold?
Where's the flip the stick button? I just want to.
Let me lift the steak.
Please, we know the answer. Just flip the steak.
Please, I beg of you.
Please,
Ah!
Lord.
The answer to this is gonna be so obnoxious. I can feel it.
Oh my god.
What do you mean it's not this?
How horrible.
How are we supposed to do?
I don't know. Is there anywhere else on the plate that you can that the indicator changes?
Maybe we'll just present
Got
this.
it!
No. You know what? Let's just present the back.
Maybe the indicator is.
Maybe it's
fooling us.
lying to us. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my new
Got
assumption.
it!
I'm die. I don't like that, Steven. No, thank you. Turn this steak over. I am!
Casually touching someone's half-eaten steak while we could have COVID around.
We did check it first.
Got it!
We did.
What is wrong with this game? Honestly, I like the idea that he's just rattling the steak, trying to get it to fall off the plate, and it's just stuck.
Please. I know it's in there.
What?
This is
Like, what am I supposed to do?
We gotta hydrate.
Fuck my
Okay.
life, man.
Got it!
Sauce is everywhere now. Yeah, how about we examine it again? Like, we might as well just try something. No, I guess when they bring it up, or no. How do we do that? How do we do that?
Wait. Hold on. Is there like an examine button? It's not
What
giving
was
me a
the
prompt to
Huh?
Oh. No, wait, hold on. Never mind. We're not in the thing yet.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
This is so painful. Maybe we have to pinpoint the exact location of where the coin is supposed to be.
Under the steak?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Okay, can you,
Oh, wait, no, hold on.
rotate it?
I think this is correct. Right?
Wait.
Got it!
Oh, that's so obnoxious. It doesn't.
Wait.
Okay. Because, so here's the thing. It tells you what buttons do what, but it doesn't give you the examine button. That's oh, that is not good. That's not good UI design.
So they removed the little like examine
Right, so it didn't look like
command
you
on the
could-
bottom.
oh.
Right. But you still had to remember that that's the examine button, so that when you get to the screen where you point to it on the evidence, you have to remember, use the examine button to flip open the steak, and then you can click on the coin.
I'm pain. But we did it. Oh my god. That's painful. Anyway.
Good gracious. That's
Good gravy. You spent a solid 10 minutes just flipping that steak around.
you got executed twice.
A Koban? What on earth? A Ho'era wanted that. Miss Brett, this is in fact the beefsteak that you ordered at the restaurant on the day in question, is it? Tell me, why is there an old coin seemingly hidden underneath the meat? Oh my god, did she steal the Koban?
Shut up!
What a ridiculous question. How should I know?
No, she didn't, because
Okay,
it's not
okay.
hers.
I've never seen that thing before in my life. I don't know what this is, but I want no part.
Objection!
I fail to see how this is relevant. A coin under the meat? That could simply have been a careless mistake by the chef in a moment of distraction.
Brother, this is a historical artifact coin.
Objection!
Ooh, hitting them with that objection, Cosmo.
Don't be absurd. We're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen.
It is funny that Kazuma is also Kiryu's first name. I'm just gonna headcanon Kiryu's voice, just like, don't be absurd. We're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen.
Objection!
Objection. Objection. does it?
He kicks through the table. Jumps up, rips open his shirt, reveals his dragon tattoo.
We'll have to
rare
escalate this to
Koban.
fists.
Just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak. Tiger drops the prosecution.
Yes! Oh my god, that'd be so good.
If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll rip up my ticket to Great Britain right now.
Wow, thanks for the follow, King of Imps.
Thank you.
Thank you. He's right. It can't be a coincidence. Your Excellency?
Yes, Counsel.
A rare Hoei Koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak? If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll give up my lawyer job right now. Brother, you are not a lawyer.
You're not even a lawyer.
By all means, don't let us stop you. No one invited you anyway.
Please do it.
Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant.
Whoa.
Even though I'm the one on trial here? The point is, it's essential that we ask the owner of this coin if he can explain what it's doing under that stake.
The owner.
Yes, it's obvious. There's only one person it can belong to. The owner of the Koban that was found underneath the beefsteak is... Where's that old man?
Take that!
Obviously, it can only be the antiques dealer and owner of Raste, Curio Korekuta-san.
Oh, that's a name.
Curie, as in Mr. Cucumber something? Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable.
Ah, yes.
Yes, racism.
The old man who testified earlier alongside the military sergeant and his baby, correct? Never forget the baby.
Yes, Your Excellency.
I remember him saying that he was up to something with his Koban coin when it happened. At exactly the moment the gun was fired.
The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor.
Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing?
Hunting for treasure. Indeed, the Hoei Koban, my prized coin.
He's ready to throw down.
He was. Then this Hoei era Koban. Do you mean to tell me?
Attention!
No. Please, why would Korekuta-san's Koban be sandwiched between the victim's beefsteak and its plate? It makes no sense.
Yes!
Which is why I'm asking to bring Korekuta-san back to the witness stand, so we can ask him.
Officer. Bring both witnesses that testified earlier back in here. Without a moment's delay. Ew.
I can't believe we've come back around to that pair again. I have a hunch, a strong hunch, that if we chase down the real significance of this Koban, we'll find that it's a key element in the case.
What's this all about? Why have I been called up again? You know how much trouble it is bringing my child back up here. Don't you realize that it's dinner time for little baby Ido? When my son's belly is empty, he's fiercer than a pack of wolves.
That's how I feel about my cat. He drew some blood this morning, trying to wake me up so that I would feed him breakfast.
Oh my gosh, Phil Whip.
Exploited by the police. I like miserable dogs, forced to bear false witness.
Are you alright, old man? That's a knife in your hand.
And when cast from this courtroom myself, I became a ruined man in a trice, a worthless, withered antique. Nothing more have I to say. The sun has set on this Rasute shop owner's existence.
Be that as it may, Korikuta-san, something has come to light that requires your clarification. Yeah, I want to know how he also got that dagger in. Ah!
Hold on, let's bring the history back up.
As far as your Rasute memory serves, have you ever seen this Koban book?
Ah! Yes, that's it. The one, the very one, the very exact one that it is. The splendid, splendiferous OA treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day.
The dagger is in the sergeant's boot.
It can't be.
As I thought.
Young man, enlighten this decrepit old fool. Put me out of my misery. Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped?
I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere.
Oh, Sergeant. We found your coin sandwiched between a beef steak and its plate, soaking in the seasoned meat's juices.
Sandwich? Soaking? Seriously?
Clearly, it couldn't have fallen there by accident. Which means somebody must have hidden it there on purpose.
Somebody concealed my OA treasure
Man, sweating.
between a slab of meat and a metal plate. Who would do such a thing? Such an unconscionable thing!
Excuse me. Could I say something?
Here we go.
Yes, of course.
Proceed, Inspector Hosonaga.
I mentioned this earlier on in the trial, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case.
Yes, that's right. The secret undercover operation.
The Carnival is a high-class Western cuisine restaurant. It attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. Oh my god. Is he using his baby to run a racket? A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau.
Wicked crimes indeed.
We wanted to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected. So that's why you were sent in undercover, is it? Yes, I took on the job of waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. It seems likely that this Koban incident is the work of the same thief.
So, unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief at work in the restaurant on a regular basis. The place was already the scene of several crimes, it seems.
I don't know about the master thief part, but the identity of the person who stole and hid Korikuta-san's Koban is all too clear. I mean, is it, like anybody else? Anybody else?
What?
What?
I think the court would like to hear the defense's view on this matter. Tell us, who is the despicable scoundrel that stole Korikuta-san's Koban and hid it under the steak?
Take that!
The baby.
Obviously, it can only be you. Sergeant Yesanosa.
What? How dare you? You monster!
Monster?
I stole that Koban, did I? I'm the master thief of the Carnival, am I? You're seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadet? But it wasn't me. It was Ido. Ido is the mastermind behind all this. Look into his eyes. Look at his thieving hands.
Look at the intent on this baby's eyes. You would push the blame for your crimes onto your own son, an innocent little baby? Ido controlled me, forced me to steal things. He pulls my hair like a little ratatouille. It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa.
Clippity clop, clippity clop, clippity clop, clippity clop, clippity clop, clippity clop.
What did I just witness? Oh my god!
Nippon Imperial Army, Sergeant Iesa Nosa, preparing to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir. What's happening? Do any of you know of the extraordinarily low wages the Nippon Imperial Army pays those it expects to keep our country safe?
Alright, what's it, the Meiji era? What year are we in? Like, 18 something? Don't worry, the Nippon Imperial Army's not gonna exist for another century.
I understand that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflicts remains in place. And I've heard it's harder for low-ranking soldiers to make a living, yes. All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son.
That's why you were stealing things at the restaurant?
The place is heaving with money. Every 3 days, I'd go there and do reconnaissance for a target.
Who do we side with here? I can't, like, you can't side with the Japanese Imperial Army, but you also can't really side with rich people.
And I'd enjoy chomping my way through a good steak at the same time.
Sounds like he doesn't bother with a knife and fork even, which is worryingly believable. That explains a lot of things about the evidence we've been looking at.
And your target that day was the old man and his koban? Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all.
A veritable phantom thief you are.
I was all set to leave the steak I was halfway through devouring when it happened.
Yes, when the professor was shot.
I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. Ido too. So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could, on the double. I slipped it under the steak, hoping that I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date.
How are you planning on getting that back? This is ridiculous. Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time? Well, Miss Brett?
Oh, of course, dear lady, of course. How rude of us. I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all. May the esteemed gentlewoman please be excused, Your Excellency? I'm even doing my dogaza.
Indeed. The theft of the Koban was clearly perpetrated by this baby-saddled sergeant. It would certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder.
Of course it is. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. Nonsense, is it? I mean, okay, maybe you have a
Well,
And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness.
very well. Now that all questions concerning this witness's testimony have been answered, I see no further justification for detaining her. Miss Brett, you are free to leave. What are you talking about?
Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone. And good day.
Come on! Brain cells! Who has it? Who has the one brain cell?
Kazuma! Kazuma has it!
Ryunosuke, what's the matter with you? This is no time for daydreaming.
Oh, no, it's just, something about Miss Brett's parting words there got me thinking. I can't quite work out what exactly, but something she said jarred with me. I feel like there was a contradiction in there somewhere. Something that didn't quite add up.
If that's the case, don't just stand there thinking. Make your voice heard.
Sorry?
You can think later, but if you don't call out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over. This is so dumb.
Wait, Miss
Thank
Brett.
you.
What is it now? I'm afraid just one last time, there's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago. What are you talking about? What contradiction?
Objection!
What new student nonsense is this?
Well, what parting words are you talking about, Ryunosuke?
What indeed? Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness.
Ah, ha ha!
Yes, I'm right. What she said there exposed an undeniable contradiction. I don't understand how we haven't already reached that point.
I know.
Like we all knew it was the sergeant's steak.
I'm going to need to see evidence, counsel. If Miss Brett's words truly are contradictory, where's the evidence to prove it?
Let's see. I mean, I assume this, just because it's like the bite, right? One would, maybe it's just the steak actually.
Huh?
Yeah. Right.
What? No, but that's the sergeant's steak. That's not it.
Well, yeah, but that's why we present this, right?
No, I thought we would present the one that has the knife and fork in it, or the one that looks like it was cut, not the one that looks like
this
it was
one?
bitten.
Well, this one also is bitten.
What about the one where he died?
Oh, but hold on. This knife is dirty though.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, let's just do the photo.
Take that!
The photographic print of the scene taken immediately after the incident occurred.
What's interesting is the plate of steak that you can see on the victim's table.
The steak that Miss Brett had been eating before the professor was killed. Yes, go on.
More accurately, Your Excellency, the steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed.
Now you're just splitting hairs.
Not true. Doesn't something about this steak strike you as very unnatural?
Unnatural? What on earth do you mean?
It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten. I see you've noticed it too, Miss Brett.
Noticed what exactly, Counsel?
Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman even contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork.
Of course she did. She's a refined English gentlewoman herself.
And take a good look at this steak, in particular the edge where it's been eaten. As you can see, there are clearly defined barbaric teeth marks there.
Ah.
It looks like Miss Brett has realized something.
So, if the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and fork, there shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all.
Objection!
But what is your actual point? Perhaps the delightful Miss Brett was ravenously hungry and couldn't help. Oh, whatever you say, dear lady.
As I said, I really must be leaving now. Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer.
Of course. This will all be over in the blink of an eye. But rest assured, I'm about to put this rookie in his place. Just leave everything to...
I've heard enough. You irritating little spectacled samurai relic.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have we ruffled your feathers?
Clearly, the witness knows what this means. She's realized the catastrophic implications these teeth marks on the steak have for her.
Ryunosuke, do you know where you're going with this?
Yes. Now, at last, it's all come together. The mysterious teeth marks in a steak that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. The reason why the bloodstain I know I saw somehow seems to have disappeared. And most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day.
I accept that these teeth marks in the steak are a little unnatural, as you put it, Counsel. But what exactly are you suggesting that tells us?
Everything, Your Excellency.
Everything?
Yes, I believe that these barbaric teeth marks in the steak here amount to conclusive evidence in this case. Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson.
Shut up!
Conclusive evidence? How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of the phrase. Typical Japanese empty threats.
God. How can you be so sure?
Oh, it's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago. Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet.
Hasn't been... What?
But just because it hasn't been shown yet, doesn't mean that the evidence does not exist.
Objection!
This is absurd. The trial has run several hours already, and you say there's evidence yet to be brought forward? Can't be. I don't believe you have it.
Objection!
I don't, but there is someone who does have it. Someone in this very courtroom.
They're really drawing this out.
Yeah, I don't know why. The trial has already gone on for such a long time.
Yeah.
And if that person is willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to, it will solve every remaining mystery about this case.
For the love of God, defense. I have a feeling this will be my last request of the defense in this trial.
Thank God.
Who possesses the conclusive evidence that will reveal the truth about this whole affair?
Take that!
The answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hosonaga. What? I have it? Yes.
been withholding conclusive evidence. That's what.
Oh God, you're gonna kill him.
No. I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on this steak with the teeth marks.
Yes.
Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa told the court the following. I'd enjoyed chomping my way through a good steak. And, as well as admitting to stealing Kodekuta-san's coin, he told us that he slipped it under the steak.
Please, for the love of all that is holy. You watch it, cadet. I'm a superior officer.
Sergeant Nosa, could you please confirm something for me? Was the steak that you put the coin under, in fact, your own steak?
Dead shut. Affirmative, of course. I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still. Why would they assume that he put it under her steak? Oh my God! I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentle lady if she'd mind me manhandling her meal to hide something in it.
Yeah, I feel like that that could go without saying. In other words, the steak that the detective submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Nosa's meal.
Objection!
But that
My
makes
man
no
was
sense.
so proud that he collected the steaks and he switched the.
That plate was taken from the victim's table.
Yeah, Hosonaga took every steak in the restaurant. To be fair, there weren't a lot of them. Yet the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of her steak, nor did she have any opportunity to steal the coin.
Of course I didn't steal it. To even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire.
Well then, how do you explain this paradox, please?
Exactly. Surely you're not going to suggest the sergeant switched the two steaks over. You did switch the plates?
Well, after it happened, when I saw the civilian had been murdered right in front of my eyes like that, I panicked. As I said, I immediately lifted my steak and hid the coin underneath it. But then when the waiter announced he was an undercover policeman, I thought I'd had it. If he decided to investigate my slab of meat, that'd be it. I'd be getting my marching orders.
If he decided to investigate my slab of meat.
Yes. Someone wrote that very purposefully. So when the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance.
I don't think that's how you should be handling a baby.
No, not at all. With military precision and timing, I switched my steak with the one on the foreign lady's table.
What? You can't have. I never saw you do such a thing.
It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There was no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you. So yes, I did what had to be done.
Unbelievable!
Ido's proud of his dad. However, fear not, Prosecutor San.
What now?
I swear on the brass buttons of my uniform, that is all I did, sir.
All you did? That's plenty, Sergeant!
Yes!
So if Sergeant Nosa switched the plates over, it means he took Miss Brett's steak and the plate it was on back to his own table.
Yes, that follows.
Inspector Hosonaga? Yes. Earlier in this trial, you told the court this. You said that you had not only taken Miss Brett's steak after the incident, but also the sergeant's. That to preserve evidence, you had taken both. Ah. That's
Ooh.
correct. Then please present it to the court now.
Bam!
The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot.
Shut up!
What can that possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat? It can't have the slightest bearing on the case.
Objection! Yeah!
No. You're not wriggling your way out of it this time, lady. Ooh!
I beg your pardon?
Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why this steak pan promises to prove such a problem for you, no?
This song fucks. You're the ones who decided it was a problem, not me.
The reason the defense asked to see that plate was to confirm something the defendant remembers seeing.
Tisk thinks he remembers. I'm quite sure of what I saw, Miss Brett. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind Dr. Wilson, there was a clear splattering of blood from the gunshot wound to the victim's chest.
I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Brett. Let us not prolong this any further, please.
Please.
Inspector, you will show the evidence to the court. Present the beef steak and plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident.
Yes, sir.
The pride.
Proud of it!
Sorry for keeping you. Here is the other steak in its plate. Please, feel free to examine it.
Mm-hmm.
The bloodstain. It's clearly visible, look!
Yes!
Yes.
Now, this makes everything clear. The blood you can see on this side of the plate shows that at the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table with his back to me.
In other words, it's impossible for Naruhodo-san to have shot the victim.
It can't be!
In fact, there's only one person who could have possibly shot Dr. Wilson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is.
Quick, throw the steak on the floor.
That's right. Miss Giselle Brett, it's you.
Ah.
Oh!
Outdone by a Japanese. Me? By a Japanese schoolboy? No.
Oh my god!
Oh, that bird is trying to escape.
Oh my god!
Where are all these birds coming from?
Bro, she just died.
She ascended. So cute.
Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentlewoman. Forgive me.
Well, Miss Brett. Cleaned up the chickies.
Yeah.
I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth this time.
Gladly, Your Excellency. But before we do that, let's take a little break so I can pee.
Yeah.
That
wasn't
breakdown
the
was
best.
redonkulous. That was something. Little breaky. Okay. Well, whenever you're ready, Renu. I'm guessing Renu stepped away. Oh my. Well, are you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get it. It was I who took the professor's life, using curare. As you surmised, I chose that particular day for one very important reason. The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning.
So you planned to kill the professor, knowing that no trace of poison would be found in his water. Because curare is unheard of here in Japan.
Yes. Of course, I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I only needed to see the professor take one tiny sip of his water and it would all be over. I would place the steak I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he had been dining alone, and leave immediately. However... Yeah, when I thought this case was almost over last weekend, oh my god. I legit thought I'd be here for an hour, but, like, legit, like... I don't... That last little bit about with the steak and, like, just having just
It just kept going.
painfully explain, like, just the most obvious thing was a little painful. Before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table. That would be me, I suppose. Yes, you. Who else? I think like this absolutely takes case for the longest ever first case. I don't think any other game in the series, including spin-offs, has a case this long as its first one, especially for just the like court portion. Jesus. Yes, you. Who else? Such a trifling matter, but the fact that you decided to come over to greet the professor meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point, so I concocted a plan at the spur of the moment.
plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man?
I happen to know that the professor always carried a gun. I decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of curare in my handbag, and my own pistol concealed under my skirt.
Under your skirt? Is that allowed? Is she allowed to do that?
So I was right. There were 2 guns. Yes. And then I finished my coffee and I got up to leave. That's when I noticed the professor's gun, which you had presumably placed on the floor. A place where you were sure that I would notice it. And everything went according to plan. You noticed the gun as I'd intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up, that's when you shot the professor with your own gun. Even though at that point, he was already dead. Naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, at which point the waiter appeared. Obviously, I assumed Naruhodo-san was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside. That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor and his chair around.
Because, of course. You needed to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he'd picked up the gun.
So there you have it. This is the entirety of my misdemeanor. Misdemeanor? Lady, you killed a man!
Dear lady.
That's a felony! Swans have a fearsome reputation. They can, it is often said, break a person's arm with the blow of a wing. Having
Whoa.
caught and ringed over 1,500 of them, I can confirm that a close encounter of the swan kind is unlikely to lead more than a few to more than a few bruises on arms and thighs. To catch and ring these daddies, I used to let them attack me, under license, of course. Only once in 11 swan catching years did I end up in the emergency department. Man, Majima, what the hell were you up to? Listen, I had to do something while Kiryu-chan was in jail for 10 years.
Apprehend some swans.
This baby can fit so many swans. Your Excellency,
Yes.
I wonder. Might I speak with you in private later? Oh, she gonna escape.
I shall call on you.
She gonna use her diplomatic immunity.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Good day then, everyone. I hope you can forgive me, Naruhodo-san.
Bye, girl.
Bye.
It would seem this trial has finally run its course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement.
This can't be. Tagetsuji Aochi does not lose. Not to the likes of this rookie student.
You'd better start getting used to tough opposition.
Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
What? Yes?
This insult to the Aochi family name will never be forgotten.
You've become conceited with age, Counsel. But the old have to stand aside and make way for the new.
Wow. Out the way, boomer.
Basically. Oh my god. Don't cut him. It's the way of the world. May you never forget that. got the F out the way.
Oh!
He did that from across the courtroom. Why are these people bringing weapons in the courtroom?
I mean, at least this is the Meiji era. It vaguely makes sense.
1,000 millennia may pass, and still the Aochi clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan.
Wow, that's
He just cursed him and his legacy.
he just cursed him and his legacy, and given the context we have from the other games, it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, in the Meiji era, like, this is absolutely the time when you can still do duels. So, by the way, the original Japanese name for Winston Payne is Takefumi Aochi. So, yes,
Cool.
It is the Aochi clan.
This trial in the Supreme Court of Japan will, I believe, go down in history as the start of a new chapter in our country's judicial system.
Well, so that's like the thing, is that this is about Phoenix Wright's ancestor, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, because Phoenix Wright's Japanese name is Ryuichi Naruhodo. So they both have the dragon character, and they're both their last names are both, or maybe their first names are Naruhodo. Yeah, their first names are right? No, it's the other way around.
No, it's their last name. That's Naruhodo.
Yeah, Naruhodo. Yeah. So Naruhodo in Japanese is I understand. So it's a pun saying like I got it. Which is why in English it's right, because you're right. And Phoenix presumably because it's like another sort of legendary creature. And you kind of get the rise from the ashes puns, which is cool. Anyway, the translation for Phoenix Wright is actually really interesting, even though it has led to a kind of a weird situation with these games.
Can't Dragon Right. Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, presented an excellent case.
Doesn't that mean the translation version implies that Japan is actively colonized? I think it implies that a lot of people from Japan immigrated to America. Like, I think the idea is that, the sort of translation canon is that it takes place in an alternate universe where more people from Japan immigrated to the U.S. Thank you, Your Excellency.
The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern methodology. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world. But the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here.
Science!
I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice.
Emma Sky intensifies.
A new future of law awaits, but what it will look like, I cannot begin to imagine.
Do not worry, Judge. It looks exactly like this.
That is for the young to pursue. Like how a man has no problem with what Kazuma just did to Aochi.
Nope. He's just like, nah, he deserves that.
Kazuma Asogi.
Actually, hold on.
Yes. After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can. Absorb everything of the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. I understand, Your Excellency.
What was that about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden?
Never mind. As for you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo,
Oh, yes?
in you I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential. I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onwards.
So, does that mean I get to, like, backwards compatibility into being a lawyer? Thank you, Your Excellency. Oh, that's right, we're the defendant in this case.
It is time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo,
Bum,
not
bum.
guilty. I mean, the boyfriend has always been the reason that he becomes a lawyer, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's a family legacy.
This court is now adjourned.
Hydration.
Hydration. We hydrate.
22nd November, 2:46 p.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Defendants Antechamber 5.
I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened. I made it. I defended myself and made it through that horrendous trial. Oh my god.
Ryunosuke, you finally pulled it off. Congratulations.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma.
No. It was a pleasure to watch you at work. So, you owe me an extra large sukiyaki from the place on Yume University Street. Don't forget.
Good afternoon. All your hard work has certainly paid off.
Congratulations to both of you for proving Naruhodo-san's innocence.
Ah, our trusty judicial assistant. You worked hard for that result too, you know.
Oh no, I didn't do anything.
Thank you so much. If we hadn't had that research report of Miss Brett's, I don't know how things would have turned out.
Your kind words should really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate.
Your father? Oh, yes, of course.
Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoga, Judicial Assistant to the Defense.
Speaking of Mikotoba,
Ah, there you are. I believe congratulations are in order. Naruhodo, you did an excellent job.
thank you, Professor.
Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you. After all, your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend.
Good friend. Oh, yes, you mentioned that before. It was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to Yume University, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Professor Mikotoba studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain.
Everyone got a boyfriend here.
Ah, woo.
Presumably, that's when you met Dr. Wilson?
Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital.
Oh, you work together?
I've never heard you mention that before.
Well, it was a long time ago now. Besides, it's your turn, Asugi. Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world in science, medicine, engineering, culture, colonialism, murder, death,
Huh?
and of course in law. Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot.
They seem pretty sucky, you know?
I will. I'll learn all that I can. I swear on this, the spirit of the Asogi clan.
You're not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you?
Why not? Of course I am. A Japanese man's katana is his soul. This blade shows me where I need to go. And cuts down anything that's in my way.
You curious if the Japanese version of this dialogue is the same positive tone? I bet it does. Yes, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already with my own eyes. Although that being said, it seems that Kazuma has his own kind of sort of nationalistic tendencies in relation to how he feels about Britain. It's interesting. I'm interested to see how that develops.
That reminds me, what's happened to the woman? To Giselle Brett, I mean. After all, she's guilty of murder.
Yes, her. It's not easy to tell you this, but...
What do you mean? Surely she's gonna face trial herself now. She's the true culprit, after all.
she will be leaving Japan in the very near future. For Shanghai.
What? Shanghai?
Giselle Brett will not appear in court again in this country. I'm certain of that.
What? But why not? It's a matter of consular jurisdiction. Inspector Hosonaga.
It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. I must congratulate...
But what's all this about consular jurisdiction?
We cannot try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan.
What? We can't try her? But then, who? Who's going to bring her to justice?
A British consular court will hear her case. Somewhere far away, where our voices can't be heard.
Why a consular court?
Professor, I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past now that we've signed the friendship treaty.
Yes, in normal circumstances, you're right.
Then, so long as this is not a serious incident of a highly political nature to our respective governments. They can't invoke a consular court just like that.
Oh, can't they?
Yes, she's a student, but it doesn't justify our governments making secret agreements about her fate, does it? Something strange is going on.
So Miss Brett can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan.
I'm afraid that for the young student, today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of comeuppance for her.
I don't believe it.
The British government's Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Brett. They're obviously taking this case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously. But it's all going to change from now on. We can make it change. This is a time of great turmoil. This new era heralded by the start of the 20th century. One day, I have no doubt, that woman will receive the judgment she deserves.
Yes, change is coming, and we're the ones driving it.
Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. This evening calls for a celebratory drink.
But Professor...
You're right. This is no time for gloomy faces. We should be celebrating Ryunosuke's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun.
In that case, might I suggest La Carnival?
No.
As the head waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink.
Aren't you still a police guy?
You should...
You're a detective, Hosonaga-san. Aren't you?
Oh, God.
Let's not worry about
You
the
should not be a
details.
waiter.
To La Carnival.
Oh my
Will you accompany
God.
us,
No.
Of course. The carnival's food is second to none.
Bro! There was a murder. Very recently. It was your friend.
Yeah.
I shall go and attend to the paperwork for Naruhodo-san's release.
Oh, yes. Thank you. So Giselle Brett won't be tried here. I suppose that means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson. Kazuma.
Yes, Ryunosuke?
I just wanted to say thanks again. That's all. You really saved my skin today.
I didn't do a thing. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? That defense was all your own work. Listen, my man was falling apart.
Yeah. He was having a time. Your skills made the difference, though. One day, I bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world.
I'm not so sure about that. To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during that trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer, not me.
Ah, come on, be serious.
If I helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. But you have a natural talent for it. For being a defense lawyer, I mean. Does he?
Oh, no, not me. All that tense verbal combat? Oh, I never want to go through that ever again. That sucked.
He needed you a lot, Kazuma.
Honestly. I did what you told me to, that's all. Because I knew I could trust you.
That's the point.
Sorry? What do you mean that's the point?
Listen, Ryunosuke. Do you know what the most crucial weapon is that any lawyer needs in order to win?
A boyfriend? Knowledge of the law?
Wrong! No, the ability to believe.
This explains a lot about the lawyers in this universe. To believe? To believe what?
A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times.
Like he believed in me when I said I didn't do it. You know what? This explains why Phoenix went to art law school. He probably just wanted to go to art school, but his family was like, "No, you're descended from the greatest lawyer of all time."
It's in our blood, son.
It's in our blood, son. And he's like, "Well, I don't want to go to law school." Okay, we found you a combination law and art school.
Okay.
Like you believed in me when I said I didn't do it.
I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. But you have to make a choice about what to believe in, and stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom, you can really be backed into a corner. But being able to remain faithful to what you chose to believe in even then, well, that's not something that anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person.
Believing in your client.
Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stopped believing in me.
Well,
You faced seemingly hopeless situations time and again, but you never stopped looking for the truth. And in the end, you found it through your own efforts. And because you never stopped believing in me.
I totally forgot I put you up there.
Huh?
So, a while ago, I put you on top of Miss Giselle's hat.
Wait, what? I didn't see it.
I totally forgot. I just looked over on the stream and I was like, oh, oops.
Oh my god.
Thanks,
You should have
Cosmo.
like tracked me as she was running around.
Oh my god, you're right. That would have been so funny.
There's something I want to ask you, actually, Ryunosuke. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me.
It sounds serious. What is... Oh, you're still here, are you? Oh, Inspector Hosanaga. I've arranged some rickshaws for us. Let's go.
Thank you. I'll be right there. Let's pick up this conversation again later. We should be celebrating right now. Your first court victory.
And your study tour to Great Britain. Don't forget.
Ah, yes. That too.
So my very first trial came to an end. Kazuma. Professor Mikotoba. Susata-san, who acted as my assistant. Inspector Hosanaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still.
What do you mean?
Hey! It was because of the help and support of all these people that I managed to get through that trial. Hey! Hey! I took that blade for you!
Those stakes!
What are you talking about? Inspector Hosanaga was the fucking hero! He was the main character! But more importantly, Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favor. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life. He's gonna propose.
Oh. Romantic.
Ooh, alright. The adventure of the unbreakable speckled band.
Oh my god, I see it. I see the Herlock
that outline.
Sholmes.
You see that outline. Oh. Next week we're gonna get it, Renu. Oh, next week we're gonna get it.
Oh.
Alright. Cool. Well, you know where to find us.
Nee.
Next week, same place, same time. Which is actually probably correct, because I think I'm coming
Will
back on Friday. Yep.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, I don't know if you were gonna be.
Yeah, I will definitely be here on Saturday.
Hey. Cool.
So, looking forward to that. See you next time.
Wow, see you next time.
Ugh.